The war nobody won, World War I, also called the Great War, changed everything. New weapons like machine guns, tanks, and poison gas made fighting deadlier than ever. Millions of soldiers and civilians died, and entire cities were destroyed. When the war ended in 1918, people hoped for peace. But the treaty that followed punished Germany harshly. It left the country poor and angry, setting the stage for more trouble in the future. 3. A new fire ignites. By the 1930s, the world was in trouble again. Germany's economy was in ruins, and a man named Adolf Hitler promised to restore its pride and power. Meanwhile, Japan and Italy wanted to expand their empires. These ambitions led to another war, World War II. In 1939, Germany invaded Poland, and soon, the war spread to almost every corner of the world. This time, the fighting wasn't just in Europe. Battles raged in the Pacific, North Africa, and beyond. 4. Heroes in the Shadows. World War II wasn't just about soldiers. Everyday people became heroes too. In Europe, resistance fighters risked their lives to sabotage the enemy. In factories, women took on jobs left by men, building weapons and planes. Even children played their part, delivering messages and helping wherever they could. But not everyone fought with guns. In Germany and other occupied countries, millions of innocent people were rounded up and killed simply because of who they were. The Holocaust, where 6 million Jews and others were murdered, became one of the darkest chapters in human history. 5. Turning the tide. The war began to change in the early 1940s. The Allies, countries like Britain, the United States, and the Soviet Union started winning major battles. In Europe, the D-Day invasion in 1944 helped push Germany back. In the Pacific, the US defeated Japan in key battles, though victory came at a terrible cost. To end the war with Japan, the US dropped atomic bombs on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. The destruction was unimaginable, but it forced Japan to surrender, ending the war. 6. Picking up the pieces. When the war ended, the world was unrecognizable. Cities lay in ruins, and millions of people had lost their homes. Countries came together to try to prevent future wars, creating the United Nations. But the peace wasn't perfect. A new rivalry began between the US and the Soviet Union, known as the Cold War.